Mm-mm. Oh, look at you putting on your makeup, girl. Hello. All right, let's see. Where is let's see. Is Aubrie, you coming? You on? Thank you for doing this. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm about to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay. You know what? I probably need to do that too. Well, if you put your phone on Do Not Disturb, can you still get Facebook and social media and stuff?
Yeah, I think, yeah. You can still check it and stuff too. Are you worried about your comments? Like you want to see what people are saying?
Yeah,
how they doing it?
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just I'll turn the ringer off. That's what I'll do. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if, where is, oh. Let's see. Okay, we're waiting for Aubrie.
Okay.
How you doing, Cam?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I'm hanging in here.
Where the kids at?
Upstairs and watching a movie and with a bunch of Oreos. So I'm hoping that it all goes well.
Girl, you a strong mamma jamma.
Wait, hold on. So the first one I did with Chloe and Jackie, my mom was here, and the kids were screaming like something terrible. It was and nobody heard, which I was so happy about. Yeah. Let me see if where is she? I'm texting. She's not on. All right. Come on. I don't know where she is.
You have her cell?
I texted her. Let me call her. Uh-oh, no. Let's see. Call her. Are you on? You're on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. How do I get you in? We don't see you. Oh, wait a minute. But you should already be on now.
Could you admit her?
I'm trying to see. Okay, invite. Do I invite? No. No.
The link then bring her straight in?
Yeah, she says she's on there. Okay, but it's just us on here.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else on here.
Yeah, me neither. Let's see. Okay, share screen. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see you two, and it says panelist two. I just see me and Kim.
Is she on the phone?
She's on the phone.
She's on the phone? Oh, okay.
She said she was in, but well, hold on. Let me. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe text her the link. Maybe text her. I can text. Let me see if I can text the link.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do it.
Okay.
Is it?
Wait, someone said, is this how why does every Zoom meeting start like this?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really is. And I said, and I was doing practice runs to make sure I could get through it. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't. Kim, are you frozen? I see you.
No, I'm still here. I was trying to get the link. I was trying to get the link.
Okay.
So I could put it in the text message, and she could just click from there. I just sent a link I had in tell her check that link out. Try clicking that link.
Click that link. Okay. You are frozen on mine, Kim. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I know I am. I'm frozen on you because I'm text messages.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay.
As soon as I come back, I'll be there. You'll see me real good in a minute. See, I'm back.
Share on my timeline next. Are you on? Hold on, before you know what, maybe I shouldn't go live until I know that we're all on.
Yeah. Wait till we all on. They'll be okay. We'll wait till we all on though. Because if so, we'll be on camera talking like this.
Yeah, exactly. and this happens. Okay, my account. Let's see, webinars. I don't know why it does this to me every time when I'm trying to share. Hold on.
Is she on now? There she goes.
Are you on? Okay. Can y'all see me? Okay. Oh, yes.
But now you're under my account. It says Kim Roxie.
Wait, who? Wait, what? Yeah, okay, hold on.
That's okay. Can we hear, Aubrie, can we hear you?
Okay, can you see me? Oh yeah, you, okay, all right. Can you see me? All right. Can I share? Okay. This is
I can't hear her. I cannot hear her.
Oh,
No,
I can, hold on. Let me hang up on my phone. You're on the phone. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, good. Can you hear? Everybody can hear?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. All right. Forward. Woo! Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try to let me.
I was cracking up at last week's Zoom with David Peck. 'Cause I think it was him. It was like how, or maybe it was you, how every Zoom meeting starts.
The same way.
Or maybe it was a comment. It was a comment in the audience.
Let me see. Oh yeah. All right. So okay, we are recording live. Let me share. Oh, hold on. Stop live stream. It won't. Is it? Oh, it is. I think maybe. Are we on Facebook already? That might be funny. Let's see. Hold on.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. But hold on.
Just don't drop any
No.
F-bombs.
No, it doesn't look like we're on. Doesn't look like we're on. Hey, so Kim, are we under you or under me?
We should be under you, and you could share. I don't think we're live yet because it says preparing. So when you hit live on Facebook, what's happening now?
It says preparing for me too.
It says preparing on the screen. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it says preparing here. So that's weird.
Try. Let me see if you're live or not. Let me look on Facebook.
Yeah, it's not. I don't see it on Facebook.
Okay, so that means you're not. So try it again. Try to click live on Facebook.
Stop live stream.
Yeah, stop it and then do it again.
Okay, now live on Facebook. Okay, let me try it. Okay. All right, my timeline.
I gotta find it.
Oh, it's preparing now. Oh gosh. You know, one day I'm gonna get these right. I'll tell you.
You should just do one for fun.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, come on.
This what makes it all so fun.
Yeah, it does. All right, so the Joy Hour. Okay. With Aubrie Layne. Okay, I'm tagging you all in. Okay.
Where on earth did you get that old picture of me with my short blonde hair on that article?
Oh, I saw, but you know, I thought that was such a badass photo. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you. I was like, oh,
you look
God.
really like boss, you know?
Thank you. I figured you would say that and then I would forgive you, but.
All right, are we live yet on Facebook? Let's see.
I'm signing in again on that link on the iPad so I can watch this. You know, like what other people would see.
Yeah. Okay, it's still not up there. I wonder why. Post, go. Okay, go live anyway. All right. Oh my gosh, it's preparing again. You know what? I don't know how to make this go faster than it does. I don't.
Wait. You're live. Hello.
Hello. We're live? Yes.
Oh, I see it.
Yes.
Now it says live on Facebook.
Okay. Well, welcome to the Joy Hour. Yeah, somebody commented last week that all Zoom meetings start like this, and they do. And that's okay. All right. That's okay. We're embracing that. And, you know, that's how it is. So I am so happy to have with me tonight two of my favorite beauty, makeup, boss women in Houston. Aubrie Layne, owner of Lucky Cat Beauty, and Kim Roxie, owner of LAMIK Beauty 2.0.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, well, welcome, ladies. How are you all doing?
I'm so good. I'm so happy to be here with you guys and two of my favorite people.
Yeah. I'm happy to be here in joy with both of you.
Exactly. Okay, so tell me how has life been during this pandemic for you? I mean, for your business and personally. I've done stories on you in the last couple of months, both of you. And how are things going? Aubrie, let's start with you.
Things are going really well. You know, of course, in the beginning, it was it caught everybody off guard. You know, it was a little scary at first, but you know, during the time after the closure, I kind of, as an eternal optimist, I was like, well, I'm going to get so much done. I'm going to work on my admin, and I'm going to start my bookkeeping, and then of course, then the whole you know, the applications for the PPP, and then learning about that and the disaster and all that stuff. So then I was glued to the computer, spending all of my time trying to understand it, figure it out, apply for every grant. You know, I have such an incredible network of information and women in business that were helping me. So once I got through that, and I knew I was going to be okay. You know, I just was able to really reflect and analyze my strengths and weaknesses in my business and pivot where I was going to go next. And so it's actually, COVID's been a pretty okay time for me personally and in life, because you know, you really learn a lot about people around you and your clients and people around you, how they deal with stress. And I actually liked who I was quarantining with, so it wasn't
That's a good
so
thing.
bad.
That's important.
And I was like, when I get back to work, I'm gonna have the best tan ever, because I have a swimming pool. When I would get stressed, I go float.
Uh-huh. Hey, Kim, how about you? How's life been? And I know you have kind of similar in that you focused on your online, your retail, e-commerce. So tell me how have things been going?
Yeah. So I think Aubrie, I think I had the same reaction when it first happened, was that I was going to be so like, get everything organized. I mean, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, because, you know, it first came out, it was like 2 weeks. I was like, 2 weeks at home, I can get so much done. Like, you know, like this would be great. And then, you know, as things started to develop, you start to realize how serious things were and what was going on. But at the same time, I actually was planning on launching LAMIK 2.0 at South by Southwest, which was like the same week that everything, like I said, got canceled, right? From there on, from like that March 14th, 15th, things haven't been the same since, right? And so I was kind of like, okay, well, I was going to launch this virtual makeup try-on thing to try on the products or what have you. So I'm still going to do that, because that's the whole point, is be able to do it online. But then I realized everything that I had envisioned for LAMIK and for the company to be more, my goal has always been to make it easier to buy makeup online than it is in person. And so when I thought about that, I was like, this is the time to really exercise and to really get customers to adapt to that new behavior. So like, you know, I think Aubrie and I share that, is that you then start to realize that actually this time came for a good reason. And then now, with the, you know, with the whole nother uprising happening that I think is long overdue as well, I think it's all going to work out for good in the end.
Well, you know, it's interesting that, you know, you both talk about going online, and I think what we found out is that during this pandemic, so many people were doing Zoom calls, and they still needed makeup. And so even though I think I'm not buying clothes, they were still buying beauty, right?
I think that's a big challenge, and I think Kim can agree with me. It's like our marketing could always be better. I'm sure more online access and marketing was always on the top of our list. It's just it's very expensive. It's very time consuming, and even when it comes down to buying colors, you know, the colors, they come off different, whether it's in a print on a, you know, in a magazine versus on your computer screen versus on the person. And so I have this really scientific way of using paint swatches to get everything to, like, you know, translate, and Pantone colors. And so it is hard for women to buy online. And that was definitely one of my weaknesses during this, is having the customer service aspect through my website, and you know, the user-friendly aspect on it.
Right.
So I think being as small businesses that we are, we're able to pivot, and, you know, because we have our you know, just being a smaller brand, it doesn't take us very much to pivot and adapt to what our clients need. So.
And Kim, you did that. You started your Friday night live. Is that right? Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that, because you were just doing it just to like a release, and then you started selling stuff.
Yeah, I did it just to kind of like joy, like, you know, just bring joy, like just have a good time. I almost did it like a little escape. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna play some music because I'm gonna tell you, I like to dance. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I like to dance. I like good music. I like to feel good. And with everything going on, you know, the end part of March, I wasn't feeling very good. I was starting to get kind of lost in between, like, oh, how long is this? What's actually going on? Mm-hmm. And so then I was like, one day I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get on camera on Friday. It was the first Friday of April. And I was like, I'm just gonna put on some music. I'm just gonna show people how to put on lashes for their Zoom calls. That's what I was getting. I don't know how to put on my strip lash for a Zoom call, right? Just pop it on real quick. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna show them how to do it. And then we just started playing music. And then next thing you know, they were like, how much that cost? And I was like, well, then I was like, okay. And then I told them the price. And then just like I'm wearing this shirt, they were like, well, I like that shirt. How much is that? And I was like,
I love it. That's awesome.
You can have all of this.
All of it. So that's what really started it. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back next week. So that's just been happening to the quarantine. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's been an escape. And if y'all can, I think all of us can attest to, it seems like week after week, more and more is happening, right? And so it's sort of been like an escape for people to kind of come to and like, man, Kim, I'm just coming to Friday night. It's almost like going out a little bit. Just gonna come to Friday night, laugh and have a good time.
Well, you cleared out your inventory, didn't you? By doing the Friday Night Live.
Yeah, because okay, Aubrie knows, like, you have inventory, right? And if you were, you know, used to the physical store, whatever the case may be, like, you got products, and if you didn't, I wasn't doing like a whole bunch of like paid marketing around it. Everything was like organic reach. Mm-hmm. So I had products that I cannot let go bad, right? We're a clean makeup brand, you know, it just can't sit around forever. Sure. And so I was like, oh, well, we need to get, so I started to run like deals and stuff like that. And it's just been, like I said, the instruction piece of it, because before people really didn't have to know how to do their makeup, right? They get it done for something. Yeah. But now showing up to this camera, like you said, from the computer screen, you actually at sometimes need more makeup than what you needed before.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, well, and also, I don't know if you guys have, you know, noticed that once we start running out of product, the supply chain is interrupted, because all of our labs, all of like in Italy and Japan and New York, they are all been hit really hard. So as you start to run out of product, then you're like, oh no, well, what do I do now? So that was what I was running into.
Well, so I'm gonna tell you what I did.
What?
So the supply chain, to Aubrie's point, I was like, okay, so I started taking foundations and start mixing them up to make them work for people.
Creativity.
I had to. I was like, I didn't have nothing. I was like, all I got is this. Okay, we got to make this be what this needs to be. And that started me to doing these custom blends at the house of just custom blending up makeup.
Kim, I would like to buy that shirt.
Yeah, I want the hat. Can I have the hat?
Yeah. Yeah, you. Okay, I got you.
That's the greatest shirt. Sold.
Sold. Yeah. All right, before I forget, you talked about your first Friday Night Live was putting on lashes. To both of you, what is the key to putting on strip lashes? Because I went and bought $21 lashes, and I watched YouTube videos, and I sat in my bathroom, and 2 hours later, I still sucked at it. So tell me, what's the key?
Well, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Well, your first problem is buying the dollar store lashes. Because those don't do any favors, even practicing.
Okay.
A lot of women, this is why I created a line of lashes. This is how I started my company. 9 times out of 10, women would choose the wrong style of eyelash for their eye shape.
Okay.
Yes.
So they would
Okay.
they would get the wrong shape for their eyes, and then they'd have a hard time putting them on. And
Yep.
so you really have to know which style, like shape, works for your eye.
Oh.
Yep.
And then also there's some that have built-in eyeliner, like, you know, built-in eyeliner bands, a real thick band, and some that have invisible bands.
Yep.
So
That's the key. That's the key.
both
That's
are
the
very
key.
hard. So, yep, exactly. And you got to have the right tools. You got to have like a little gizmo, like I make a little tweezer. It's literally called the gizmo.
Okay.
And you got to have the right glue.
Okay. Right glue.
Yeah.
Okay. All the right.
Yeah.
Kim, what do you say?
So, no, so Aubrie said it all. I'm just going to show it. So,
Cool.
so for instance, this is like a liner type of lash that has
Yep.
kind of like the line. Okay, this is thicker. This is harder to put on. And
Yep.
all actually, you got to kind of know what you're doing. And this is most of the time this type of band, not this quality of lash, because this is a good quality of lash. But the band is what a lot of the dollar store lashes have. They have those thick little bands. You just trying to put it on. You would never get that lash on. Never.
Mhm.
It'll just, like Aubrie said, it's like, no. So then what I like to do, what I like to tell people, especially beginners, is to get the invisible band. Aubrie, do you find that people know how to put on the visible band better? That's what I find with ladies that I help.
Yes, absolutely. It bends easier. It's lighter weight. It bends on the eye. And but they're not as sturdy. I tell them that you're not going to get as many uses out of this type of band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
But so
you can't be
so
sleeping in those ones. Well,
No,
you shouldn't
no,
sleep in
don't
any
do
of them
that.
anyway.
Don't do that. No, you're right. But she's just talking about the invisible band ones, and that's just an easier one to be flexible to be able to put it on. So
Mhm.
that's
All
the
right.
key. So more than likely, Joy, we gotta
And
okay.
trimming them, you have to trim them.
Yes.
Almost all lashes, and a lot of my Lucky Cat ones are shorter on purpose because I have itty bitty eyeballs. But a lot of women have itty bitty, like the circumference of their eyes.
Yeah, mine are small. Yeah.
So and a lot of people's are. And so you need to make sure that the lash is not too long.
Mhm.
That will give you grief too. And it'll start to pop in the corners and make your eye water. You shouldn't be able to feel them at all once you put them on.
Because I can't tell you how many times I've tried myself and thought I had it. Then I went for an event, and halfway doing my talk, it was coming down and falling off and stuff like that. That is not cute.
That makes my heart hurt.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
so we can do a Zoom how to with Kim and I.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's what I'm about to say. We got to take care of Joy. We cannot have Joy out here in these streets with popped up lashes. We cannot. We got to take care of our girl. We got to take care of our girl.
All right. Okay. I want to go back to like the beginning. LAMIK. Kim, LAMIK stands for what? And tell me how you got started.
Love and Makeup and Kindness. It's an acronym, LAMIK. And I got started in 2004. I had just graduated from college, and I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was helping women, at a makeup counter, and I looked at the way that I was able to show them makeup that fit their skin tone, and they were saying stuff like nobody can ever match me, that cool kind of thing. And then I started to look at the ingredients inside of makeup, and I saw the conflict there. Then you start doing some studies, and 75% of beauty products, especially marketed to women of color, are toxic. And so I started to look at the clean beauty industry and how I would see different products for, just quite frankly, my white counterparts that can fit their skin tone, but not fit the darker skin tones. And so I saw this white space where I could create this more clean product line for women of all shades, but definitely taking care of women that have dark shades like me. And my dream was just to open up a store. That was my dream. So I opened it up at Sharpstown Mall. I was living my dream.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. You wrote the first. Yeah, you wrote the first article on LAMIK. And so I was living my dream. And then you know how it is, you're in business, then you get another little push to do a little bit more. So I ended up moving the store to the River Oaks area. And that's why I met Aubrie over there.
She came into my store and showed me her products personally.
Yeah.
I loved them.
Because when you know someone is a master, you go, knows what they're doing, you go see them. You be like, hey, look, this what's going on. So love Aubrie and love what she's doing. So I was
Likewise.
there. Yes. And so then I went inside of like 4 Macy's stores, but this was before Macy's was, you know, big on working with independent brands.
Sure.
So getting them to sort of like push and do innovative things wasn't moving as fast.
Right.
And so we stayed open. I kept my brick and mortar for 14 years. And then in 2018, I saw a bigger vision to take LAMIK online and e-commerce. And that's when I went on a journey of doing that. And I ended up getting inside the tech industry to do that. And I went out to Austin and Silicon Valley. And then now we launched LAMIK 2.0.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Congratulations. That's the abbreviated version of your big long story. Yeah. And now Aubrie,
Definitely
Lucky
doesn't
Cat,
happen overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Lucky Cat, tell me where the name came from and a little bit about your history. Uh-oh.
Oh wow, you started getting
Yeah.
started buffering or something.
Yeah.
Lucky Cat came from those little cute little Japanese lucky cats that I, you know, the little I collected those, and I spent about 12 years traveling the globe from with Laura Mercier as a global educator. So I was Laura's right hand, and I was based in Houston, and I was with a little brand that was a startup called Laura Mercier, and I saw how difficult it was to get, brand the name recognition with your, tied to your own first name. That's why I didn't do it, Aubrie Layne Cosmetics. And I came up with just a Lucky Cat. I was like staring at it one day, and my friend and I were like, what about Lucky Cat Beauty? And it was originally was just going to be eyelashes. And I had met some distributors that were manufacturers of Shiomura lashes in Japan, developed a relationship with them, not knowing at the time that we would have a relationship later on down the road. But I just thought it would be cool. And if it failed, it wasn't directly tied to my personal name on it, or I could scale it up and sell it and, build it up that way or start something else. So, and I liked all the little puns and everything that you could use with, feline, puns and lashes. I just felt like it went together really well. So it started with lashes, and now I have lips and brows and seasonal complexion products too. So.
All right. As we talk, I'm going to just mention some of the comments that people are saying. So Galaxy SB says, LAMIK was the first to have eyebrow powder that worked for me. I found her in Sharpstown Mall too.
Wow. Hey.
Hey, I loved her brow products.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They're wonderful.
And then
I use them. I have them in my makeup kit to this day. I work with a lot of Black women, and I promise, I wish I was in my studio because I could show you.
uh-huh.
And her colors are great. Her colors are wonderful.
So
Shannon, that's legendary. That's legendary.
Shannon McNair says, I can't tell you how many lashes I've thrown out. And then Misty Starks asks, do you put an eyeliner first before you put on lashes?
Yes, and mascara.
Mm-hmm. You put liner and lashes before.
Liner and mascara
before the lashes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to cover up the little spaces in between the lash line. And if you actually, you can put mascara on top, but your lashes will last longer if you don't put mascara on top. So,
all right. So it
just all depends.
You all both been in the game for a long time, and now you're entrepreneurs. What is the secret? To staying in this business? Because the beauty industry is it seems like everybody at one point was having some type of beauty line or skincare or something like that, and but you have been constant. What do you think?
I appreciate that. I guess I would say just being yourself and original, and your service is always being your customer service. I could always say, you could get lucky and get the job once, but to consistently get, photo shoots and things like that, it shows your true talent and your professionalism. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to, the commercial side, you develop those relationships and your flexibility and your skill, obviously, but with your clientele, just being really on your game with your customer service. And if you're not genuine, I think clients and customers see right through it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Kim, what are your thoughts about the secret?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think like when you talk about makeup, you are in people's personal space, whether it be you're putting it on them or you just selling it to them. Because
Right.
they're literally putting it on their face every day. And I think like when I met Aubrie, for instance, she was just so warm, you know, and just somebody that you felt comfortable talking to. That's how you can tell why she's been in the beauty industry so long. You know, she replicates what true beauty is about, you know, and I think that has a lot to do with it. You know, being in the makeup industry, the beauty industry, it's not superficial. It's like a very intimate sort of, even if I never meet the customer and they buy online, it's still, I'm speaking to their beauty. Like I'm empowering them, I'm building them up every day. And so that's the piece I think that I enjoy, and you know, and that keeps me sort of steady at this. Yes, you know, looking at customer service and how you treat people, but I think that's just all back to who you are, you know, as a company, and the kind of team you build is kind of circled around that. So yeah, that's what I kind of credit it to. I just kind of credit it to the genuineness of really caring about women.
So when you all were little girls, were you the girly girl into makeup and stuff as a child?
I would say, actually, there is a photo of me that I'm staring at right now, and I'm 2 years old at the coffee table putting on some candy lipstick.
Oh wow!
But I was very much a tomboy, so I could, you know, change your oil in high school and put some mean eyeliner on at the same time.
It. Yeah. Multi-talented.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Pam, were you a girly girl?
Yeah. So I didn't grow up playing in makeup at all. But you know, I appreciated, you know, taking my eyeliner to school and sneaking to put it on. Unlike the girls these days, my parents did not let me wear makeup like that. I mean, they did not, you know, they did not authorize me, you know, going to the store and buying makeup like a lot of the girls do now. I mean, you know, I go to high schools and I see girls, I be like, girl, you are beat. Okay. You know, like, they are, yeah, like, ooh, you want a math class? Like, you know, like, they put all their effort, but it's great, you know, that they express themselves that way. But for me, I wasn't really raised in a household kind of like that, you know, that I was being able to do all that. I didn't get into it until my first time ever putting my hands on somebody else's face was in college when I got that job.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so does this, with the pandemic, does it change how you do makeup? I mean, you have to touch people. You have to be in their space.
Yeah.
So how do you do this now?
Well, I recently, my makeup business is almost completely gone. My application business, because all my brides have had to move, all the galas have been canceled, all the luncheons. I did have a couple of brides who were doing some portraits recently. So when I'm doing their makeup, I'm wearing a mask, and almost always we're both wearing a mask when I do a lot of eyebrows. So I've been seeing, you know, 99% of clients I've been seeing over the last few weeks have been eyebrows, and we're both wearing masks.
Yeah.
And Kim?
Yeah. So right before I got on here with both of you, I was doing a makeup application virtual. So, but she's gonna do it her, but she did it herself, and she was getting ready for a Zoom presentation she had to do. Okay. And so I just went through the makeup with her, and she just did it herself. I think now is not, you know, it's a great time just for me to empower other women to be able to do it. And this is what I've always wanted to do. You know, we don't have to be together for me to still have influence in how you look and stuff like that. And at this point, you know, I can empower you to do it. So I think that, you know, that's kind of the new thing for me. And I was at first, I was a little nervous about saying to someone, you know, they're like, you know, like, yeah, I want to, you know, get a makeup lesson. I thought they were talking about it in person. I was like, you want a makeup lesson? And this was like in April, you know what I mean? So I'm like, and then she was like, no, it's fine. We can do it online. And so then I started running classes like that where I would do these one-on-one makeup lessons virtual. So I'm trying, to be honest, I'm trying to put as much as I can into digital. And because I believe the face-to-face won't need any help. When it's time, as it starts to demand, you know, people are going to be more excited than ever, I think, to start back that activity. But I'm interested in sort of shifting the behavior a little bit.
Yeah.
So, you know, what do you see in the next year? I mean, everything is so unknown right now. We don't know what's going to happen. They're talking about the cases are spiking again. What do you think is going to happen to the beauty industry? We already are seeing what's happening with fashion, and a lot of the big companies are closing and such.
You know, it's kind of a scary time. I think brick and mortar stores. That's why I don't have a brick and mortar store anymore. Because, you know, almost to the beginning of 2 years ago, it was difficult to have a brick and mortar, and now, you know, small brands like us have had to pivot and scale in other ways. But I really see from the product development standpoint, I feel like, you know, simple pleasures and DIY things are going to be really big. Either, you know, travel size products, you know, at home rituals and at home beauty products and tools like the pimple zapping and facial firming, those kind of spa, you know, at home spa stuff. You're going to be seeing a lot of long wearing, you know, lipsticks that won't rub off on the masks. When we take off our masks, and also a lot of acne products are expanding because everybody's getting pimples. I have a giant one right here from my mask.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
They're, you know, brands have these great little, they're like, what do you call it? They're little patches, pimple patches, like by this company called Peace Out. Men's skincare, green sunscreens are really big. So everybody's pivoting. Like, you know, we were kind of ahead of the game with vegan and green beauty, but you know, I think it's going to expand now. Men are picking up on skincare. Just everything like barely there. Everybody enjoyed the fact that they didn't have to wear a lot of makeup during this time. And we kind of really embraced that. I mean, I know I did. And
we didn't have to wear makeup, comb our hair, or take a shower.
It was nice, right?
Yes.
It was awesome. At home root touch-up kits, you know, the direct to consumer everything. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, you know, what's been popping up, even like inner beauty things, like vitamins, like internal beauty, sort of things like that. That's going to be all the rage. And let's face it, I hate being on camera and in front of the camera because I prefer to be behind the camera. But I'm just going to have to get over that.
Well, you know, speaking of being on the camera, Kim, I saw one of your Friday night lives, and you said how you didn't have tails on your eyebrows, and you went on camera and you were showing how and I was like, wow, that is, you know, that's putting yourself out there, right? So do you feel like you've had to put yourself out there more now during a pandemic?
Definitely. Aubrie, I was, so let's just say this, y'all. I had, like, leading up to this, at the beginning of this year, I was like, I'm going to do this on camera, I'm going to do that. I never would do it, right? I kept like,
always.
Next time, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. But then when the pandemic hit, and like I said, I got on camera, now I'm like, on camera, probably, to be honest, I'm on camera like 4 times a week now.
You're crazy.
Yeah, it's just like it's everywhere now. And so the point is that that's what has been able to sustain and make me relevant to the consumer, you know. And it's something that I was putting off before, but this thing here made me just go right in.
I know. I just got to.
Been procrastinating on doing.
I've probably filmed more how-tos than I've put out there. I know I have, but I don't know what my thing is with being on camera. I don't like it.
It's the perfectionist a little bit. I mean, you know, when you're like, okay, I gotta have that, I gotta look this, you know, it's a lot of that. That's what I hear from everybody, and I do it to myself. I'll do sometimes 20 different videos, and I'm like, I still don't look right, you know.
Well, my problem is I never have time. When I see all these incredible like videos online, I'm like, how in the world if that person's a working makeup artist, how are they getting time to do all these things? Or if You know, it's like, how do they get, they must have a team behind them, because I can barely eat food in a day,
Okay,
or
all
to
right.
make, you know, so
So
I love it though.
tell me, both of you, your pet peeve, the biggest mistake or your pet peeve that you see women do with makeup. TikTok.
I would say TikTok. I would say a lot of women always apply blush incorrectly. That's probably one of my big pet peeves.
Okay.
And I have a lot of respect for my friend Bobby Brown, but she's kind of killed it with me with teaching women how to smile, and then putting the blush on the apples, because when they're not smiling, their blush is like too low.
Okay.
So you actually need to start a little higher, because if you take it like too literally and you put your blush here, your blush is going to be down here. It pulls the face down. So it's, if you take the apple too literally, just start on the cheekbone first,
Here. Oh, she's frozen again.
use, you know, backwards. Then it's on your apple. It's not down here.
So right here?
There you go. Thank you.
Right here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep. Like at the top of the cheekbone. Because if you apply it here, then your blush is like down here.
Kim, what's your pet peeve or thing you hate to see women do?
My pet peeve is for women not to just like embrace themselves. That's my pet peeve. I get so irritated when I'm trying to show you something, you know, we're looking at something, and then you're going, oh, look at my eye. Look, it's just droops down. I remember when my eye used to be like this. Look at my eyelids. See, my eyelids, they look so down.
Yes.
I'm getting so old. I don't know what. Okay, look at my eyebrow. Okay, see, this is the thing. When I used to be 21, my eyebrows never looked like that. You know,
Yes. You have to really tell them how beautiful.
yeah, I'm like, we're not gonna get nowhere like that. You know, the energy. It's all about energy. You bring the wrong energy.
Yeah.
Right? So that's more my pet peeve.
They point out something that you would never see.
Exactly. I'm like, and, you know, and so that's my pet peeve. I like for folks to just embrace themselves. Your nose, supposedly your nose is wide. Who told you that?
Yeah.
I don't know who told you that. Who said that you have a thin nose? Who said that was right? Who told you that? You know, it's stuff like that that annoys me actually. But it's also the area where I work into. Sure. So it's annoying just if people don't finally accept themselves. I'm not mad if I have to like coach women through it, because I've been doing it for the past 16 years. But I just want women to embrace themselves. And it's just a pet peeve to me when we look at certain things and we're going based off of some Barbie figure of a face, versus if you got thin lips, full lips, you know, whatever it is. That's the reason I can show up with no eyebrows and do my eyebrows right there on camera, because I'm embracing me. You know what I'm saying? Because I look good. I know that.
You both look good. You both look good.
So do you. I love your hair.
Okay, so but here's the thing. Here's what's interesting about that is that you have young girls now who are in, you know, they're 10 years old and they're wondering, you know, they're looking at their face because they've seen it in magazines and how this image of beauty. And even I'm in this industry, and there have been times where I'm like, oh God, I'm starting to look old. Or, oh God, you know what I mean? Or God, oh God.
No, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. You're raising a young girl. It's like when you see the younger girls, you can tell clearly. I was at court one day at 8 a.m. dealing with a traffic ticket, and this little girl, you could tell that she put like 3 hours into her eyebrows, and it was just her eyebrows. They were perfectly shaded, and I was like, oh, good Lord. I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and she spent all this time in her eyebrows, and I just cannot be bothered with that. But young girls are literally, they're seeing that it, you know, that they're seeing that they have to overdo it, like over the top to look or to feel beautiful, which I always, you know, educate my clients, like less is more. And that's just what kills me. But I also think that in the times that we're in now, it's finally, I think when Kim and I got into this business, there wasn't very inclusive cosmetic companies for all different skin tones. And now I think right now big brands are pivoting to make more colors for, you know, that fit every woman. So I think now it's just the inclusivity and the less is more approach is what we're going to be seeing more too.
And Kim, you have a little girl, a beautiful
Yes.
little girl. What do you hope for her? How do you maintain her self-esteem and build it up, but also allow her to embrace beauty products and try new things and all that stuff?
First of all, what I had to do was, because my daughter wears her hair in an afro most of the time, I told her hair grows to the sun. So anytime she goes somewhere, she's like, oh, my hair grows to the sun. Like, my hair grows to the sun. And so if she looks at a book and it has a little girl with hair like her, she's like, oh, her hair grows to the sun too, mommy.
Oh, that's so cute.
And so then it just, I want her to appreciate, because a lot of stuff that she sees because of different images sometimes, and it's some stuff that she sees, not a lot, because I keep it, I make sure she got images that look like her around the house. But some of the images that she sees, whether it be a Barbie doll on YouTube, because they watch stuff on all this stuff on YouTube and stuff. And if their hair is like Aubrie, I tell her, we appreciate that. That's fine. That's beautiful. But your hair grows to the sun. So you don't have to want something that you don't have.
Right.
And I don't want you to I want you to always appreciate everybody's beauty. See everybody, see everybody is beautiful. It's not about looking alike. Looking alike doesn't make you beautiful. So everybody has a different beauty. And I show her that everybody has a different beauty. And so there's a very popular character that's out. I won't say the name, but she has a really big influence in girls. Like a lot of girls follow her and stuff like that. And I had to tell my daughter, because of her image, I have to make sure my daughter doesn't build up a desire to look like her.
Right.
Okay. So I told my daughter, I said, she said, oh yeah, I want such and such, they're only 4. I want such and such like her. I said, oh, your hair grows to the sun. I said, so these certain kind of bows right here is good for your hair. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, now she says, I don't want those kind of bows. I got low bows. And so she knows, like, she's like, this is my thing, so I'm just building her up to appreciate other people's beauty. But what I don't need her doing is looking at somebody else trying to be like that, because then she has to put chemicals in her hair to make her hair do certain things. She has to bleach her skin to make it lighter. And people will sell you that stuff if you let them.
Yeah.
So I just want her to be confident around her beauty.
Someone here, Shannon asked, what is the next brow trend? Like, there's been times where it's the, really thick, bushy Brooke Shields brow. Then we went through the skinny brow. Then we went, so what's in it for brows?
Well, I'm just gonna, this is just gonna be groundbreaking. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Less is more.
Less is
You said this is revolutionary.
This is revolutionary,
Okay,
groundbreaking.
Less is more. Okay.
Yes. So the less products, the better. The more natural, the better. If you can see product in your eyebrow, probably have too much. Okay. Now, if it's blended beautifully, if it's dramatic, and if it's blended beautifully, then like Kim's eyebrows look incredible right now. I have envy on them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're awesome.
They're beautiful.
I can't take it with y'all.
They look good. But I have a brow product that's been doing really well, actually. And because of COVID, I wasn't able to launch it properly. And it's called a brow ink. And you can it's a brow gel with a tint, and it's waterproof. And you can put it on with the spoolie. Yeah. And it's sort of like pencil and powder and gel and everything all in one.
Yeah. I love that, Aubrie. I love that. I was, I was over here looking for a brow gel.
I'm going to send you one. I'm going to send you some.
I love this. I love how you all are,
Yeah. So
supporting each other.
Yeah. So the brow, that's what I was about to say. The trend was brushed up eyebrows. So the brows looking like they're more brushed up.
Okay.
And
brushed up.
And actually putting the gel, like Aubrie just launched, putting that up there and then letting it sit up there. Let those brows sit up. That's gonna be a trend. It's like those brows kind of sit up. And so if you're like me, your eyebrows don't grow on the end, you need some help. You put that in there, but then you go back with the brow gel and pull it up so the eyebrows are kind of sit up. So the little hairs you do have, you work with that little bit you got to make those sit up, But if you have full eyebrows, you just have those sitting up. So it's about that full looking eyebrow, but just kind of the hair is brushed up. So using Aubrie brow gel.
Fluffy.
Okay. So
also, if you have super curly eyebrows, you can get them. There's brow laminating where you actually perming them straight. So if you have super curly, Yeah, if you have super curly eyebrows and you can't get them to be fluffy like that,
Oh,
they
wow.
literally, they can perm your lashes for people like me have like straight lashes, but they can straighten the hair on the eyebrows to make them look fluffy.
Okay, so speaking of
Amazing.
that, like beauty treatments and things like that, how do you all feel like about plastic surgery? Like getting plastic surgery or beauty enhancements, tattooed eyeliners and things like that, or Botox, and how do you feel about that?
I would say if it's done, if you want to look as good as you can for as long as you can, just do it with, like too much of a good thing is bad. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Do it. If you wanted to get
Less
some,
is more.
Exactly. Less is more. I like my Botox right now is wearing off. Normally this is nice and smooth, but if you don't go to an expert, it can backfire. If the more plastic surgery you get, it will make you look older. If you get, if you go to the Botox party and that person's not an expert, your eyebrows will be like mismatched, and it's a slippery slope. So you have to do your homework. And I spend more time covering up brow tattooing and eyeliner tattooing than I do liking it.
Really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
But I would say, if you do like somebody's, say, tattooed brows, ask that person specifically where they got them done, because anybody can put a before and after photo on their website, and you don't know if that person has actually done that work.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say just do your homework. What do you think? Because it's permanent. And but I have no, if it truly makes you feel better about yourself, that that bugs you, just do your homework, and less is more.
Kim, what are your thoughts on plastic surgery and beauty enhancement?
Yeah, I think, I agree with a lot of what Aubrie said. I start off with the disclaimer that it's about what you want. It's not about my opinion and what I think. If you want something that makes you feel good, makes you live life and live your best life, live your best life. Okay? Live
Right.
your best
Yeah.
live your best life. Now, if you're asking, like, right, but then when you want a little professional opinion, I would definitely say what Aubrie said. A lot of times, it's funny she said that you spend more time covering up something you feel like than liking it, because you just kind of go to the place where they have a sign sometimes and say they do something, but you don't really know the background on it or something, So yeah, and then also too, again, go to someone who can really look at your face and tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I've seen people get plastic surgery that don't need it.
Yeah.
You actually look older now.
Okay.
Let's be very clear that you look older now. Because of the pigment of your skin or whatever, you just look older now. Everybody's looking the same. Your mouth everybody's looking the same. I mean, that's not the look. I believe in aging gracefully.
Yeah, me too.
And I believe that it's nothing wrong with a wrinkle here or whatever. Sometimes that happens. That just makes you look like a real woman. But again, live your best life. Mm-hmm. But I definitely think there's go to somebody who's gonna tell you the truth. Don't be a bobblehead and just go do something because everybody's doing it.
I have a favorite quote by Mark Twain. It says, "Wrinkles merely indicate where smiles have been," and so I've always loved that.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah. I like that.
That's a good tattoo, actually.
Okay. Show us your artwork.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh, you know what my favorite one is? My most recent. It says, "No regrets."
No regrets.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets. No, on purpose. No regrets, on purpose. It's my favorite, with a cactus, because I'm, could be prickly.
Okay, so both of you have gone through personal challenges, like Kim with your mother who died of breast cancer. Aubrie, you have suffered on your own. Have I can't remember what.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, rheumatoid arthritis. Does that help drive you to really, with your business and to drive harder?
Yeah, I think for me, it just like everybody that I've known all these years, it just made sense. Once I was diagnosed, I got over my pity party. I was like, oh my God, I'm a makeup artist. My hands are going to be crippled eventually someday. It dawned on me that the reason I know all of these wonderful people in my life is to give back and to spread awareness about it. And I just recently started collaborating with a client on some lipsticks, and we give back to the Arthritis Foundation, like 20%. And our collaboration has probably been my most successful one to date, because she has such a strong network of women who have, it's also touched their lives. Because a lot of women, when they get diagnosed with an illness, but they also look beautiful on the outside, they don't necessarily have sympathy, or it's not necessarily sympathy, but people just don't understand their struggle, what they're going through. Like, well, you don't look sick. So, you know, I think people like me find it really hard. Not that we're asking for sympathy or anything. It's just that you're not alone. You know, there is a group of women out there that we work really hard and we never, ever feel good. I'm in pain 24 hours a day. And, but there is a group of women out there that can, you know, support you and share your story. And collaborations have been a really great thing for me too. And the collection's called Christie's Collection too.
And Kim, you have gotten really involved with breast cancer, the Rose, and after with your mom who passed in 2014. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about going through that and how that drives you today.
Yeah, I think that, you know, I was involved with, you know, breast cancer initiatives before my mom even got diagnosed, with Sisters Network and Reconstruction of a Survivor. And I can just name all of them, Angels Surviving Cancer, all these groups that I would always support, because anything that, you know, affects a woman, you know, I want LAMIK to be a part of and a hand in, and especially with the linkage between breast cancer and ingredients and all kind of stuff. And so for me, when my mom got diagnosed, you know, the person who, you know, was my, you know, person who believed in me, the person who was there, you know, all of that, you know, if anything was to happen to anybody, her, you know, it was kind of like, you know, the bestie, you know, like, and so for me, it was, you know, it could do one thing. Either it was gonna break me, like just, y'all be like, Kim checked out, Kim is gone. Like, she's out of there. You know, I was gonna check out, or I was gonna make the choice to allow her to live inside of me, versus outside and always missing her.
That's powerful.
So I make the choice, and this is an everyday choice. It's almost like exercising. You don't get in shape one time and then you're just gonna be in shape. No, you keep exercising, you keep trying to eat the right things, whatever, you know, stay in shape. That's kind of how it is with like living with my mom. Every day I wake up with the choice to decide to live with her or to live without her. And if I live without her, it's not going to be good, you know. So I live with her. And so it's built up a certain compassion. I think that when things happen in your life, listening to Aubrie, you know, like, but isn't that the basis of what the makeup is? That's the reason why I call it love and makeup and kindness. The makeup has to have meaning. Like, yeah, you look good on the outside, but you don't know what I'm going through on the inside.
Sure.
And so for me, it's more of a, you know, it's a mental, if we talk about mental health, it's more of a mental health risk for me. Because if I don't decide to live with my bestie, then I put myself at mental health risk, because I have to take on that reality, you know, and then that's not going to be good. So it just makes me more compassionate, you know, and makes me want to see women live their best life, want to see women healthy, you know, it makes, I just think it builds up a certain type of empathy and everything that you need in beauty.
I agree with you. That was beautifully said. I mean, we're dealing with how people feel about themselves, and when you make somebody feel really good about themselves, then it also gives you strength too, and it just reinforces why you have the gift to help people, other people. And I'm sorry about your mom too. That just made me like really sad.
I know,
Maybe
I
we
know,
could
I
maybe
know.
we could do a collaboration together and we could donate to your charity.
Oh, you know what? That's fantastic. I love that. Look at that. There you go.
Yeah, let's do something together. I love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we
all
got
right.
to.
I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit because
Okay.
we're winding down. And
I'm
it goes
gonna
by
cry
so
now.
it goes by so fast. So if you had to leave the house, do you put on lashes or lipstick? You have to choose one.
Just one? No.
Uh-huh.
I would say, well, if I couldn't choose tinted moisturizer, I'd obviously choose lipstick.
Lipstick. Okay. Kim?
So we gotta wear a mask. So lashes
True.
it is.
Lashes. That's
Yep,
it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I gotta wear a mask because I'm showing up. Where's my mask at? I'm showing up to stuff now, and it's like just right here. I'm like, oh wow, they really just see the eyes. Exactly. No, it's like the eyes. Yeah, you know.
Yep. Like,
And
Yeah.
Aubrie, those are masks that you actually make out of
yeah,
Mexican
this is
dresses,
a new
right?
one. I've been sewing like a crazy lady.
Uh-huh.
That is so pretty.
I know, it's very
Ew.
pretty.
Look at this one. This is one too.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I got some purple ones too that are really fabulous, and I can custom make them if somebody prefers ties. I can add the ties or pockets and all that stuff. So
Okay, let me ask you a question. What is the beauty product that is just really a waste for women? Is there one out there? That one thing that you're like, that doesn't do anything, but women buy it all the time? Anything like that?
lash primer.
Lash
mean-
primer. Okay.
Because your mascara should have all of that built into it.
Uh-huh.
It should give you lengthening and thickening. Like I'm all about cutting out certain products, even foundation primer for that matter. Your foundation should last long. It should have the more steps, the more I can't be bothered. So
Yeah,
Kim?
that was a good one. I was trying to think, brows, this, I can have you can have your difference of opinion on which products you like to use on different parts of the face.
Sure.
But I like that lash primer one. That's a good one. I mean,
thank you.
if people are still buying it, I'm like, you about to still buy a lash primer? Like,
It's one more step. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I ain't doing all that.
Okay, so
And it's probably hard for me to be honest, Joy, because I am a very I watch YouTube videos of people putting on makeup, and I'm like, did they just do all that? Like, I'm a minimalist, so I'm gonna be honest. Even though people might assume we have makeup company, I do not put on. I don't put on the level of makeup that I see on these YouTube videos.
Okay.
I just don't.
because they do put on a lot. They put on a lot.
Yeah. And they try to reinvent the wheel and it kills me. I mean, you can only teach so many things,
Uh-huh. All right. So what's next? Any projects that you all are working on? Anything like that? Anything coming up?
Well, I'm working on some CBD lip products for inflammation. It would be really cool. Definitely some more color lines in the works, and I have it's a bespoke bridal collection that brides can give their bridesmaids a lipstick or a lip gloss and name it after them individually. So that's pretty cool. And then and marketing and stuff like that. Yeah, so you get, instead of giving them just a lipstick, it's actually named after them with they can even put their wedding logo on it as well.
And Kim?
That's a great keepsake too.
Mm-hmm.
So we have actually tomorrow I'm hosting something called Black Girl Energy Pop-Up.
Oh,
so right now, with there being such a push to support Black women-owned businesses, I put together a virtual pop-up marketplace for people to come out and be able to support Black women-owned businesses, fashion, beauty, hair care, body care. And then I got a sponsor, well, I have a couple of sponsors, and we're going to give out some micro grants of $500 and $250 to these small business owners to help during this time. And so they'll pitch and they'll be able to win. And so we're going to do that. That's this Juneteenth weekend. That's Saturday. We're doing that. And then we also we're working on a clean beauty virtual summit coming up. And, but we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff going on. But I'm
That's
like,
good.
yeah,
But
we
wait,
got a lot
there's more.
yeah, and we're also getting ready to open up our pre-orders for our new collection of LAMIK 2.0 products. So
Okay.
please look out for that. Sign up on our website, lamikbeauty.com, so you can get on our email list.
And
Absolutely.
Aubrie, what's your website?
LuckyCatBeauty.com. And you can follow my blog too. I have lots of my favorite products, and I'm going to totally have to write a blog about LAMIK now and tag some of her products, but it's pretty great. So LuckyCatBeauty.com. And you can also make appointments for brows and makeup there.
And I'm so glad that you all both are supportive of each other. It's really good to have that synergy. Chloe and Jackie Adams had it the first week, and women supporting women, and I think this is how it should be. So thank you.
Absolutely.
When you said Aubrie was going to be on there, I was so excited. I was like, oh.
Likewise.
That's good.
Likewise.
Last question I ask everybody: what brings you joy?
My family, I think. My family, I'm in a really good place and about to get married soon and buying my first house, and
Congratulations.
I have a really, really great family. I have 3 bonus boys, and it's a joy to have a good home unit.
And Kim?
See, now I got to change my answer. Aubrie gonna have me looking like a savage.
Nasty.
Exactly.
I have not gotten it yet, but I'm gonna master that dance.
You gonna get it. So
let's
Aubrie's
have her
right.
on the show next week.
Exactly. So Aubrie's right. Family brings me joy. Because I'm like, what brings me joy? I'm like the turn up. No, but Aubrie's right. It's my family, my daughter, my husband, and my bonus son. They bring me the most joy.
They keep us sane, and they put up with us.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. This has been another
That was fun.
The Joy Hour with Kim Roxie and Aubrie Layne. Kim Roxie of LAMIK Beauty, Aubrie Layne of Lucky Cat Beauty. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, website. Follow them, support local businesses here. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you, Joy.
That was so much fun. We love you.
Bye.
We love you.
Bye. Bye.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.